We are going to continue our discussion on demand. In the previous video, we looked at the meaning of demand and then the law that is applicable to demand. In this video, we are going to look at the demand schedule and then the demand curve and how the demand curve can be represented. Now, a demand schedule is just an arrangement of quantity and price of a given commodity. So we can have on the left hand side price in dollars and then quantity, that is in units or parts. Now you can realize that when we are having two, the quantity is 9, and when we are having 4, the quantity is 7, and then it continues like that. What this means is that as the price continues to increase, you can see from this 2, 4, 5, 6 up to 10, as the price continues to increase, the quantity continues to decrease from 9, 7, 6 and up to 1. And this is the true reflection of the law of demand. As the prices goes up, the quantity demanded goes down. And then as the price goes down, the quantity demanded goes up. This is a true reflection of the law of demand. Now, if we should represent this on a curve, then we refer to it as the demand curve. So when price is 2, here demand is 9. And then when price is 4, demand is 7. And that is how come we are able to draw this curve. So we have the price in dollars, and then we have the quantity on the horizontal axis or the x-axis, and then the price on vertical or y-axis. So at the end of the day, we just join this point, and then we have a demand curve which is downward sloping. We say that the demand curve is downward sloping. Start from here and draw it downward. It is downward sloping because of the law of demand. And then there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity. In demand, there is an inverse relationship. Inverse relationship means that there is an indirect relationship. As this one increases, this one also decreases. So at any given point in time, you should be able to draw a demand curve or a demand schedule and then come up with a demand curve. Right, let's then come here to look at the factors that determine demand. In fact, there are a whole lot of factors, but we'll talk about this one. Now, when we are talking about factors that determine demand or affect demand, we are talking about any situation at all that can cause the consumer to buy more or less of any given product. So yourself, when you go to the market and you want to buy, what are some of the things that force you to buy more or buy less of a given product? Can you make reference to some of those things? Before you get to the market, you have your plan, but sometimes you go to the market and you return, you buy certain things that you've never planned of buying. What are some of the things that you consider? Now we are going to look at some of them here. The first thing we consider is price, the price of the product. The price of the product, because consumers are looking for satisfaction, and then they want to look at the least amount that they have, which can help them to purchase a high quantity of product. So when I have a given amount, a fixed amount, and I go to the market, whether I can buy more or less depends on the price. If the price is high, I will be able to buy less, and if the price is low, it means that I will be able to buy more. So the price of the product is the major thing that we consider first whenever we want to buy a product, which means that if we don't have the amount to pay, all the other factors become useless or irrelevant, because if I don't have the price, I can't think of any other thing else. So the price is a major factor, which means that if the price is high, I'll be able to buy less, and if the price is low, I'll be able to buy more. The next thing is the income of the consumers, how much I earn. And this is very important to know that as your income increases, your expenses will increase, whether you like it or not. So if you earn 1,000 Ghana at the end of the month, the kind of goods and services that you buy It's different when your income increased to 2,000 or let's say 5,000. So the more your income goes high, the more your purchasing power increase and the more you are going to demand for goods and services. The same way, if your income reduces, you are going to reduce the amount of demand that you make. Then price of substitute of a product. So if we have two products that serve the same purpose, that in place of this, I can use the other. This means that if the price of one decreases, all consumers are going to shift to that part and then they are going to purchase that product instead of the other one. And then price of complement, goods that are used together. Also, when the prices of the other one increase, the price of the other one, the demand for the commodity will also increase. So if, for instance, I'm using two commodities together and the price of one increase, it means that the demand for other one will decrease because I will not be able to purchase the one that has increased, and therefore buying the one that is low is useless because I'm not going to use it. I will not be able to buy the other one which increases. Then changes in taste and fashion, and now we are in 21st century, so there have been a change in fashion and then taste. So the holding things, the things that we used some time ago, the yam food, we are not using it anymore. There is a change now in taste and fashion. Even very soon, we will not be using Android phone again because everyone is to Apple. Apple iPhone is in the system. So you realize that some time ago, the yam, which the keypad phone is the one that we have been using, but now nobody is really using it because there is an Android phone. There is a change in the taste and fashion. The same way taste is how consumers feel when they consume a product. It's not necessarily how you eat food that it tastes in your mouth, but then how it tastes when they use a product or service. Then seasonal goods that are their demand comes in season only have a high demand when the season is there, and then the demand become low when they are out of season. Uh, Basic example is umbrella. During rainy season, you see people trying to get umbrella to cover themselves in the rain. Immediately the rain is gone. Nobody really buy umbrella until the rainy season comes. So during the rainy season, the demand for umbrella will go high, and then out of the rainy season. And then the last thing is advertising. Advertising is the last thing we'll talk about. That's how the product and services are being displayed to the customer. How a product is being advertised determine whether you and I are going to buy or not. If the advert is nice, then it tells us that then the product is going to be nice. And if the advert is not all that nice or the advert is not presentable, then it talks a lot about the product. So how we see product being advertised here and there gives us some idea that this product is going to be nice. And then if there is no advert at all, it means that the product does not exist at all. So adverts announce the presence of the product. If there is no advert, what it means is that the product does not exist. So these are some of the factors that may increase a demand of a particular goods or decrease. There are lots, but these are the few that we can talk about now. Thank you.